silent still speaks louder than words.
You left the cup you used to hold. You said it's warm and it's coffee cold. I should've seen a story fold, but love makes fools of hearts too bold. Yeah, I've been trying to read the spaces in the letters that you wrote. Every line you sent me had a truth you didn't quote. There were warnings in your laughter that I somehow didn't know. Now I'm drowning in the sentences you left between the notes. The ache you left won't go away, and everything you didn't say. Tell me why I miss the pain, why I dream you back again. If goodbye was our refrain, why is your silence in my vein? I hear your footsteps in the rain, soft reminders of your name. The more I run, the more it stays. It's love that never learned to fade. Look, I try to carry on without you, but my shadow disagree. Every moment screams your memory in a language only we ever learned to understand when we were falling helplessly. Now I'm haunted by the quiet where your voice used to be. Tell me why I miss the pain, why I dream you back again. Goodbye was our refrain, why is your silence in my vein? And tell me why I miss the pain, why I dream you back again. If goodbye was our refrain, why is your silence in my vein?
You stay in every unspoken phrase.
I still breathe in space you left. I sit alone where we once stayed, tracing the marks our memories made. Yeah, I thought the colors wouldn't fade, but time took all the warmth we laid. Yeah, I've been walking through the corners where your heartbeat used to live, trying to find the strength in all the pieces I can give. But every time I reach for hope, the past pulls like a sieve. I'm searching for forgiveness in a world you can't relive. Your touch still lingers in my mind, even though you left me behind. Why does love remain in the empty space, where your warmth once filled this place? If losing you meant losing grace, why can't I forget your face? I hear the echoes of your tone like distant waves against my bones. This house was ours, and now I'm alone. Yeah, living with ghosts I never chose. Look, I try to seal the cracks where all our promises are bled, but every night I slide right back inside the words we never said. You haunt the parts of me that still remember where we spread a love so deep that even time can't tear away the thread. Why does love remain in the empty space, where your warmth once filled this place? If losing you meant losing grace, why can't I forget your face? Why does love remain in the empty space, where your warmth once filled this place? If losing you meant losing grace, why can't I forget your face? Why still bring up the space you left? Every midnight feels the same without you. Your shadow lingers on the floor, like you might walking through the door. I know you won't come back no more, but I still wait, I'm not sure what for. Yeah, I've been replaying every promise that we used to share, trying to understand the moment when you stopped to care. You slipped into the silence like you vanished in thin air, left me reaching for a future that was never really there. But I keep holding on too tight, even though you left my side. Why does love stay when you leave? Why does you footsteps in my mind, a fading echo lost in time. The truth is cruel but still refined. You're gone and I'm still left behind. Look, I tried to drown your ghost in noise, but all I found was pain. Trying to fill the emptiness that's sitting in your frame. You left without a warning, now nothing feels the same. I whisper to the darkness, hoping you might hear my name. Why does love stay when you leave? Why does your name stay stuck in me? If letting go was meant to be, why can't my heart just set me free? I'm still lost in your silence. Your ghost still sits beside me. I held the pieces of our past, hoping something there would last, but everything slips through so fast. Love like ours was never cast. Yeah. I've been wandering through the rooms where your light used to glow. Every corner tells a story only we would ever know. But time keeps stealing colors that I never meant to show, leaving only black and white where love refused to grow. Your absence hits me like a wave. Every night I misbehave. Tell me why your shadow feels so real. Why is the only thing I still feel? If love was something meant to heal, why does mine refuse to kneel? Yeah. I touched the frame where your smile stayed, hoping the warmth hadn't fully decayed. But every memory slowly fades, like a song we never played. Look, I tried to run from everything that tied me back to you, but every road I wander brings your silhouette into my view. I'm fighting with myself, but every lie feels more true, 'cause losing you is something I just never learned to do. Tell me why your shadow feels so real. Why it's the only thing I still feel. If love was something meant to heal, why does mine refuse to kneel? The cold side of the bed, the place where all your warmth was shed. Your final words would play in my head, soft goodbyes that left me dead. Yeah, I've been holding conversation with the ghost you used to be, trying to stitch the fractured pieces of the parts you set free. You said maybe someday, but someday never looked at me. Now I'm building up a future from the ruins left to bleed. Oh, the dark remembers everything. Oh, even when my bones can't cling. Why'd you break me in the quiet night, leaving when the stars lost light? If love was something meant to fight, why did I slip out of sight? Your voice still lingers in the hall, like you never left at all. But shadows paint a harder fall when I reach out and hit a wall. Look, I tried to drown your memory with the music in my veins, but every beat reminds me of the rhythm of our days. You were the only calm I had inside this endless maze. Now I'm trapped between the echoes of the love you couldn't say. Why'd you break me in a quiet night, even when the stars lost light? If loving you was never right, why do I still hold you tight? The quiet keeps your shade.
I still hear your name in the silence. Every night feels just the same. I trace the shape of memories left behind where you used to be. Your shadow lingers next to me even when I try to breathe. Yeah. Late nights I still scroll back to your message, trying to find a moment when we fell into the wreckage. Wishing I could tell you all the things I never mentioned, but distance turned your heartbeat into something I can't question. I kept every echo of your laughter in my phone. Thought we built a future, now I'm building it alone. It's crazy how the quiet feels louder when you're gone. I'm fighting with the morning just to keep myself strong. Tell me why love fades like a slow goodbye, leaving me with echoes I can't hide. If I could hold you for one more night, I'd rewrite every wrong in our life. Your sweater's still by my bedside. I should throw it out, but it feels right. It's the last piece of you I can't fight, and it's keeping me awake tonight. Truth is, I've been drowning in the spaces where you're missing, talking to the ceiling like it's you that I'm so wishing. Everything we planned feels like broken intuition. I'm stuck between the past and the pain of my decision. Tell me why love fades like a slow goodbye, leaving me with echoes I can't hide. If I could hold you for one more night, I'd rewrite every wrong in our lives. I still hear your name in the silence, and maybe that's where you'll stay. If I had one last echo of you, if I had one last echo of you, I'd hold it gently in my hands, a fragile truth I understand. Love was something built on sand, but still I crave the touch you plan.
Yeah, there were nights we whispered secrets only stars could overhear. Every heartbeat pulled us closer, every doubt became less clear. We were living in a moment where the future felt sincere, till the cracks beneath our promises grew louder year by year. Your memory drifts like morning dew, soft but cutting straight through.
If I had one last echo of you, I'd use it just to make it through. If endings always feel as true, why's love the thing that leaves me bruised? Your name still flutters in my chest, like a song that never rests. Even though you chose what's best, I keep yearning for your breath.
Look, I
tried to burn the letters that you left inside my head, but ashes only scatter and return with what you said. I'm carrying the weight of every tear we never shed. A love that didn't die, it simply faded out instead.
If I had one last echo of you, I'd use it just to make it through. If endings always feel as true, why is love the thing that leaves me bruised?
It's midnight, and you're still everywhere. I pour a drink for company, pretend it warms a part of me. You used to hold so easily, before we lost our gravity, yeah. I've been staring at the ceiling, trying not to think of you, but every crack reminds me of the promises we grew. midnight hits the hardest when the sky is painted blue, 'cause the quiet holds the echoes of the love I couldn't prove. The darkness keeps me tethered tight to memories I can't rewrite. It's midnight without you. Every minute feels untrue. If letting go was overdue, why do I still chase your view? Your laughter drifts across my mind, a fragile sound I can't unwind. No comfort now that you're resigned to being someone I can't find. Look, I try to wash the pain away, but midnight clings like glue. The hours crawl like shadows, tracing all the shapes of you. I'm learning how to live again, but nothing feels brand new. This loneliness is honest more than anything we knew. It's midnight without you. Every minute feels untrue. If letting go was overdue, why does my heart stay tied to you? Midnight, you linger still. City lights don't shine. I walk the streets we used to roam. The neon glows but feel like stone. Every place we called our own now echoes that I'm here alone. Yeah, I've been driving past the corners where you whispered I was yours. Every red light sparks a memory I can't shut behind closed doors. I thought the night could numb me, but it cuts me even more. Turns out loneliness is louder than the city I adore.
The night reveals what day conceals. Every crack the heart still feels. City lights without you burn too bright. They remind me of our last night. If love was meant to guide my side, why did it fade like dying love?
Yeah. Your perfume lingers in the breeze. A midnight ghost that never leaves. I Close my eyes just to believe you're here beneath the glowing eve. Look, I try to chase the shadows where your laughter used to live, but shadows only mirror what the darkness tends to give. We traded all our promises for something fugitive. Now the city holds the heartbeat that we couldn't sit in.
City lights without you burn too bright. They remind me of our last night. If love was meant to hold me tight, why am I still losing sight? The city keeps your echo The city keeps your Midnight feels colder since you're gone.
Your shadow lingers on my floor, like you just slipped outside the door. The city hums but even more, the silence hits me to the core. I've been walking past the streetlights where we used to intertwine. Every flicker paints your silhouette inside this heart of mine. You faded like the moonlight when the dawn began to climb. Now I'm stuck replaying moments buried deep in borrowed time.
The dark remembers everything, even what daylight couldn't bring. I'm still stuck in midnight where you left me, holding on to pieces you won't see. If distance was your remedy, why does it keep haunting me? Yeah,
The wind repeats your quiet tone, soft as breath against my bones. I play the voice notes on my phone just to feel less solo. But I try to chase the loneliness by drowning in the night, but every empty hour just exposes more of our decline. Your absence is a consolation carved across my side, a sky that lost its brightness when you walked out of the light.
I'm still stuck at midnight where you left me, tracing all the memories you set free. If losing you is destiny, why is midnight always calling me?
The night still holds your shape.
The night feels colder since you're gone. The night wind keeps whispering your name.
I step outside into the chill, hoping it might help me feel, but memories hit harder still. A wound the darkness can't conceal. Yeah, I've been talking to the silence like it might replace your voice, but silence never comforts, it just magnifies the void. If heartbreak had a flavor, yours is all I can avoid. A taste of something tender that the night has since destroyed.
The cold reveals what I pretend, that I still break, I still bend. Night wind says your name again, haunts me like it always did. If letting go was heaven sent, why does it hurt like punishment?
Yeah. Your footsteps echo in the dark, yeah, yeah. Phantom traces in my heart, yeah. Even though we fell apart, you linger where the shadows start. Look, I try to breathe without you, but the air still feels the same. Every moment drenched in memories I struggle to contain. You're the ghost the moonlight follows, carved into my frame. Love became a habit that my chest can't seem to tame.
Night wind says your name again, pulls me back where we began. And if losing you was fate's intent, why does my heart stay turbulent? You know, your name drifts with the night.
In the quiet I still you breathing somewhere.
I touch the memories on my skin, moments we lost, moments we couldn't win, yeah. Your voice still settles deep within a place I can't escape again. Yeah, yeah. I've been tracing every message that we left behind, trying to understand the space between your heart and mine. You said forever, but forever wasn't ours to find. Now I'm stuck inside the echoes you keep leaving in my mind.
The silence hurts the most at night, but your warmth used to find the light. Why'd you fade out of my life so slow, leaving every door half open as you go? If loving you meant losing my control, I guess that's the price I didn't know.
Yeah. Your sweater still hangs on my chair, I keep pretending you'll be there. The empty room, the colder air, it breaks me more than I can bear. Look, I try to fill the spaces you carved out in my chest, but every time I mend a crack, another opens next. I'm living in the aftermath of things we left a mess. If healing has a finish line, I'm nowhere near the rest.
Why'd you fade out of my life so slow, so slow, leaving every door half open as you go? If loving you meant breaking on my own, then this is the hurt I'll learn to hold. I'll still hear you is the shape of us.
Street lights blur like yesterday. Every memory drifts my way. You and I were shades of gray, fading slow but choosing to stay. Yeah, I replay every moment when you held me with your eyes, thinking love could fix the fractures built between our lives. Maybe we were perfect only when the moon would rise, 'cause daylight always showed the parts of us we tried to hide. The darkness knows the truth inside, more honest than the tears I hide. Oh, these nights remember us too well. Every corner, every spill. If love was something meant to dwell, why'd our story fail to jail? I hear your laughter in the wind, echoing where we've both been. I wish I could go back again to feel your heartbeat on my skin.
Look, I've been driving down the roads where you once whispered my name, hoping some familiar silence might ignite a little flame. But all I find is emptiness that doesn't feel the same. A world that lost its color when you walked out of the frame.
Oh, these nights remember us too well. Every corner, every spell. If love was something meant to dwell, why'd our ending ring like hell?
The night still remembers us. Under the moon I relive what we broke. I stand beneath the silver sky, asking the moon to tell me why. Yeah. Our love collapsed without reply. The ashes drifting in my sight. Yeah, I've been walking through the ruins of the dreams we tried to build. Every memory's a monument to promise unfulfilled. The moon reflects the quiet where our passion once spilled. Now I'm left to face the emptiness that time can't even kill. The night reveals the truth I feel. You're gone but still you feel so near. In the moonlit ruins of us, all our echoes gather dust. If goodbye was meant for trust, why does breaking feel unjust? Your shadow moves across the ground, a silent shape without a sound. The world keeps turning all around, but I stay where our hearts drown. Look, I try to leave the memories buried deep beneath the stars, but every constellation maps the story of our scars. I walk the same old heartbeat like a circle made of bars. Moonlight paints your silhouette across my aching heart. In the moonlit ruins of us, all our echoes gather dust. If goodbye was meant for trust, why remembers everything. These are the words I never sent.
I wrote 1,000 lines for you. None of them ever reached you through. I kept them hidden from your view, afraid of losing something true. Yeah, I was scared to show the cracks I kept beneath my quiet tone. Scared you'd see the parts of me I never learned to own. You asked me for my honesty, but fear had overgrown. Now I'm holding all the truths I should have given when you're shown.
Your ghost reads every line I pen. Letters I can't comprehend.
Yeah, these are the words I never sent, the feelings I could not present. If love was made to reinvent, why did mine break as it went? I keep your messages intact, soft reminders of our past. Every line pulls my heart back to the almost love we lacked. Look, I try to bury all the pages filled with things I meant to say, but every time I close them all the ink still finds a way. Your name is carved in sentences that won't just fade away. I carry every story like a debt I still must pay. These are the words I never sent, the feelings I cannot present. If love was made to reinvent, why did ours just circumvent? Still holding the words I never sent.
Almost morning, but I still think of you.
The sky is pale, the world's asleep, but memories run quiet deep. Your name returns in gentle sweep, a promise I'm still learning to keep. Yeah, I've been chasing after moments where the light begins to bloom, trying to clear the remnants of the shadows in my room. Maybe dawn is proof that even endings have some room for colors we forgot existed when we drown in gloom. A little warmth sneaks through the gray, enough to guide me through the day. It's almost morning without you. The hurt is real but softer too. If night was all that we once knew, the sunrise shows a different view. Yeah, your echo lives inside the rain, but morning dull's a bit of pain. Yeah, somehow this world begins again, even where your touch had been. Look, I'm finding that the emptiness can teach me how to breathe. Even if the tears remain, they slowly start to leave. Morning has a melody the night can never weave, a fragile sense of calm that whispers what I must believe. It's almost morning without you, but I can see a shade of blue. It doesn't fix what we went through, but it helps me find the truth. Morning comes just a little at a time. The night remembers better than I do. Your name still trembles on my breath, a bittersweet kind of tenderness. Though distance keeps us far at best, my heart still beats inside your chest. Yeah. I've been chasing after moments that we never got to keep. Trying to resurrect the promises we buried deep. You slipped into the darkness like you wandered in your sleep. Now I'm holding on to memories that cut instead of heal. Your absence lingers in my room, filling every quiet room. If love was meant to fade away, why do I dream of you each day? If losing you was meant to stay, why does my heart refuse to stray? Why does my heart refuse to stray? Yeah, I hear your laughter in the rain. Soft and delicate your stain. Yeah, this loneliness is hard to tame. Yeah, when every sound repeats your name. Yeah, yeah, I try to bury all the words that never reach your ears, but every time I swallow them I taste a former years. The truth is that I miss you more whenever dawn appears. I'm living in the wreckage of the love we engineered. If love was meant to fade away, why do I dream of you each day? If losing you was meant to stay, why does my heart refuse to stray? Why does my heart refuse to stray? The night still remembers you. The night still remembers you.
Dawn finds me thinking of you again.
The sky is turning into gold. The night is losing its control. Your memory still keeps its hold, but somehow it doesn't feel as cold. Yeah, I've been wandering through the shadows, but the sunrise cuts through gray. All the echoes of our heartbreak slowly drifting far away. Guess the pain becomes less heavy when the light begins to stay, and the pieces of tomorrow shine where yesterday would fray. The quiet lips, the world begin. I feel a breath beneath my skin. Dawn finds what's left of us, soft but somehow generous. Even though we lost our trust, morning light feels luminous. Your voice, what's left of us, soft but somehow generous. Even though we lost our trust, morning light feels. Your voice still lingers in the air, a fragile warmth that's barely there, but I can breathe a little air. The night once held my every care. Look, I'm learning that the healing doesn't happen all at once. Some days hurt like memories pulling every minor stunt, but sunrise has a gentleness the darkness never fronts. So whisper saying maybe life still holds a place for us. Dawn finds what's left of us, not broken, just adventurous. If love was something hazardous, morning makes it less treacherous. Maybe daylight, maybe no still, maybe safe, somehow generous. Maybe lost our trust, maybe still late night feels luminous.
Maybe daylight knows the rest.
A little light slips through the cracks, a quiet witness to goodbye. The morning colors never lie. They tell me I'll survive the while.
Yeah. I've been patching up the pieces of a heart that came undone, trying to find the rhythm in a life without your son. But dawn is this compassion that the night could never shun. It whispers that the hardest things will slowly weigh a ton. The black turns blue, the blue turns bright, and something in me feels more right. There's a light between the cracks, pulling me from what I lacked. If I learn from looking back, maybe I can heal the gaps. Your ghost still lingers in the breeze, but softer now, more like relief. My chest can finally find some peace, a slow unwinding piece by piece. Look. I'm learning that forgiveness doesn't always need a sign. Sometimes healing is the sunrise painting edges of the line. Even if the ache remains, it's gentler over time. A promise that tomorrow might be brighter by design. There's a light between the cracks, leading me where peace attracts. If I face what heartbreak tracks, maybe life can give me back.
Morning finds a place his night had.
The early sun begins to glow, a warmth the night refused to show. My chest still aches, but even so I feel a shift I can't outgrow.
Yeah, I've been counting all the hours that the darkness held me tight. Every heartbeat echoing the fractures of our fight. But dawn is this forgiveness and its tender kind of light, teaching me that letting go is also choosing what feels right.
The day unfolds in gentle sway, a quiet start to something new today. Where the morning heals me whole, where the shadows lose control. If heartbreak carved a deeper road, sunrise softens every tone. Your voice still flickers in my mind, but less like change, more undefined. A memory turning more benign as dawn rewrites the parts confined.
Look, I'm learning that the healing doesn't follow any plan. Some days break me open more than any heart could stand, but morning makes the ache feel like a step instead of sand. A softer way of saying maybe I'll rebuild again.
Where the morning heals me whole, where I slowly find my goal. If love won't swallow me in full, the sunrise makes me feel less known.
Morning holds me lightly, heart it holds me lightly. Before the sun finds my heart, I breathe again.
The sky soft in shades of blue,
A quiet place that feels brand new. Your memory stings but less like you, more like something I lived through.
Yeah, I've been sorting through the moments where the night refused to bend. Every worry, every fear, every tear I couldn't end. But morning has a mercy that the shadows can't pretend. A promise that tomorrow might arrive as more than just a trend.
The darkness lifts my chest, expand. I feel something I understand. Before the sun finds my heart, I'm learning where the healing starts. Even if we grew apart, morning softens every part.
I hear your echo faint and low, but it no longer pulls below. A fragment of a distant glow, becoming something I can tow. Look, I'm realizing the memories can slowly rearrange, not disappear completely but transform into a change. Morning paints the pieces with a tone that feels less strange. A gentle breath reminding me my life can still exchange.
Part of my heart, I'll gather what it done in part, even though we're worlds apart.
Yeah,
Morning gives me a fresh start. Before the sun finds my heart, I'm learning where the healing starts. Even if we grew apart, morning softens every part.
The sun is coming, and I'm almost ready.